Hello, this is Scott from Fantasy Legends, and today we'll be looking at one of Tidus's most iconic weapons, the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood is not only famous for being Tidus's weapon, but for its unusual appearance, making it one of the most recognisable weapons in the Final Fantasy series. The Brotherhood is a long sword ending with a long hook, with a shimmering blue water-like blade, bubbles shimmering throughout the blade itself, showing its water strike ability after it has been customised in Guado Salam. The sword is also seen in other games such as Final Fantasy XII, where Gilgamesh has a fake version of the blade, and in Dissidia, where it also appears. The Brotherhood itself is important to the story, as it used to belong to Waku's brother, Chapu. Waku gifted it to him before Yuna's pilgrimage, when Chapu fought as part of the crusade against Sin. Unfortunately, Chapu died that day. On the day that Chapu died, he did not take the sword with him, but chose to fight with Albed Machina. This made Waku despise Machina, as well as the Albed, on a personal level rather than a religious one. Waku gives the sword to Tidus, as he reminds Waku of Chapu. It also symbolises their brotherhood bond that they develop throughout the game. The Brotherhood mechanically in the game has a 5% strength boost at the beginning of the game, but when you visit the far plane and Tidus listens to Waku speaking to an image of Chapu, the sword receives a plus 10% strength and a water strike sensor. Even though you get the Brotherhood at the beginning of the game, it is probably one of the strongest weapons that Tidus actually gets, due to Final Fantasy X's system of not using strength as a quality for making weapons stronger, but rather than the attributes they give you, such as 10 plus strength, water strike, sensor, so on. This is, however, dependent on what fiends you are fighting, because obviously it is water element based, and some of the enemies are not weak to water, so it really does depend on what you are fighting at that particular time. Now, the sword is also seen in Final Fantasy X-2, where Yuna wields it part of the warrior dress spear, but it does not have a water elemental property anymore. It is also seen in other games such as Final Fantasy XIII, but these are normally cameos, so they're not really integral parts of the story, as it's mainly Tidus's most recognisable weapon. So there you have it, the Brotherhood blade. What do you guys think of it? Do you like the design? Do you prefer other swords in the Final Fantasy X game? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening.